Evening students. Today let us continue with chapter 2 triangles. From today we'll be learning about the areas of similar triangles. First let us go through the theorem related to this. Theorem 2.6. The ratio of the areas of two similar triangles is equal to the square of the ratio of their corresponding sides. This theorem is important, the proof of the theorem along with the statement. So the statement is the ratio of the areas of two similar triangles is equal to the square of the ratios of their corresponding sides. So first we are given two similar triangles. Let us consider the two similar triangles to be ABC and PQR. Okay, what are we given? Given two triangles ABC and PQR such that triangle ABC and triangle PQR are similar. Okay, so this is already given. We are considering it to be given because here they have given the ratio of areas of two similar triangles. So to prove whatever they have given, we have to consider two similar triangles. So which are the two similar triangles here? It is ABC and PQR. Okay, so what are we supposed to prove? We have to prove that the ratio of the areas of two similar triangles, that is area of ABC by area of PQR, is equal to the square of the ratio of their corresponding sides. Square of the ratio in the sense AB square by PQ square, or else we can consider AB by PQ the whole square, okay, is equal to the ratios of the areas. So let us write what we are supposed to prove. So ratio of the areas of the triangle ABC and area of the triangle PQR is equal to square of the corresponding sides. Here which are the corresponding sides? AB is corresponding to PQ. So the square of the ratios of the corresponding sides, and also we can write AC is corresponding to PR. So it is also equal to AC by PR the whole square. Or else we can also write them to be equal to BC by QR the whole square. So BC by QR the whole square. Okay. So this is what we have to prove. So see here, given are only the two triangles. This line is what we are constructing. Okay. We are drawing two altitudes to the two triangles. That is, we are drawing a line AM perpendicular to BC. And also PN perpendicular to QR. So let us write it down as construction. So the construction is draw AM perpendicular to BC and PN perpendicular to QR. Okay. So when we are drawing two lines perpendicular, that means the angle made by them is 90 degree each. So this is 90 degree and on the other side also it will be 90 degree. Similarly, here also both the angles on either side of the line will be 90 degree. Okay. Now let us start proving. So what is the area of a triangle? What is the formula to calculate the area of the triangle? So if we are considering area of the triangle ABC, how do we write it? Area of a triangle is equal to half into base into height. Okay. So if you are writing about triangle ABC, what is the base here? Base is BC. So half into BC into which will be the height? Height is AM. So into AM. So the area of triangle ABC is half into BC into AM. Okay. Similarly, we can write the area of triangle PQR as half into QR into PN. So let us consider this equation as equation 1, the area of triangle ABC, and the area of triangle PQR as equation 2. Now what we'll do is, let us divide the two equations. Okay, that is, we are writing them as the ratios. So area of triangle ABC divided by area of triangle PQR. So what are we doing? We are dividing the two equations, right? So whatever is there in the left hand side must be written together in the left hand side. Okay. Similarly, whatever is there in the right hand side of the equation must be written towards the right hand side. Okay. So what will we get in the numerator? In the numerator we have area of triangle ABC. So on the right hand side of the numerator we'll have half into BC into AM. So in the denominator we'll get half into QR into PN. Look here, the numerator and denominator both has half. So let us cancel them. So half and half will get cancelled. So what will remain? The remainders will be BC into AM divided by QR into PN. So the area of triangle ABC by area of triangle PQR is equal to BC into AM divided by QR into PN. Let us consider this as equation 3. So what did we do in the beginning? We considered the area of the two triangles. So area of triangle ABC is equal to half into BC into AM. Similarly, area of triangle PQR is equal to half into QR into PN. Afterwards, we have taken them as ratios. That is, we divided equation 1 by equation 1 and equation 2. So, we get area of triangle ABC by area of triangle PQR is equal to BC into AN divided by PR into PN. Okay. So, this is considered as equation 3. Afterwards, now let us consider the remaining smaller triangles. Which are the smaller triangles here? Triangle ABM, the half of it, and triangle PQN. Okay, so now let us consider triangle ABM and PQN. So in the two triangles, see, this is 90 degree. How do we know that? Because we have drawn a line perpendicularly. So from construction, so here we have the construction. From construction, we can tell that angle AMB and angle PNQ are both 90 degree. So let me write it down. So angle AMB is equal to angle PNQ is equal to 90 degree from construction. Then see, we know that the bigger triangles, that is ABC and PQR, are already similar, right? We have, it is given in the data. So if the two triangles are similar, then their corresponding angles are equal. So angle B and angle Q, which are corresponding, are equal. So I have written angle ABM is equal to angle PQN. Why are they equal? Because the two triangles are similar. Now what do we have? We have two corresponding angles of two triangles. Given triangles are equal. So we can write that the two given triangles are similar. Therefore, triangle ABM is similar to triangle PQN from AA similarity criteria. So if the two triangles are similar, then what happens to their sides? Their sides, the corresponding sides, the ratio of the corresponding sides are equal. So what can I write? AB by PQ is equal to AM by PN. Okay, see, I have written hence AB by PQ is equal to AM by PN. Why? Because the two triangles are similar. But it is also given in the data that triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, right? So what will happen to their sides? Therefore, we can write their sides AB by PQ is equal to AC by PR, which is also equal to BC by QR. So the ratios of the two similar triangles, the ratios of the sides of two similar triangles are equal. So let us consider this as equation 4 and this as equation 5. Okay, now here in equation 4 and here in equation 5. See, in equation 4 we have written that AB by PQ is equal to AM by PN, right? So here we have written AB by PQ is equal to BC by QR. So what can we tell? See, AB by PQ is equal to AM by PN. AB by PQ is equal to BC by QR. So we can tell that AM by PN is equal to BC by QR, right? See, this is also equal to AB by PQ. This is also equal to AB by PQ. Hence, the both are equal to each other. So, from equation 4 and 5, we can tell that AM by PN is equal to BC by QR. Now, what we'll do is, we'll substitute this in equation 3. This is our equation 3. So, in the place of AM by PN, we'll put BC by QR. Okay? Because both are equal. In the place of AM by PN, I'll put BC by QR. On substituting, we'll get an equation like this. So we can write that BC into BC is BC square. QR into QR is QR square. Or else we can write them as BC by QR the whole square. Therefore, area of triangle ABC divided by area of triangle PQR is equal to BC by QR the whole square. So in our to prove, we have proven that the ratios of the areas and the ratios of one of the corresponding sides is equal. Similarly, we can prove the remaining. Therefore, we can write it as, hence we can write from equation 5, we can prove that area of triangle ABC by area of triangle PQR is equal to AB by PQ the whole square, which is also equal to BC by QR the whole square, which will also be equal to AC by PR the whole square. Hence the proof. So this whole theorem 2.6 is very important on examination point of view. Let us solve few examples and exercise problems relating on this theorem. Okay. Now look at the two equations, equation 1 and equation 2. The left hand sides are equal. So if the left hand sides are same, then we can equate the right hand sides. That is, since the left hand sides are same, we can write AB by XB the whole square is equal to 2. So we have written it over here. AB by XB the whole square is equal to 2. Okay. 2 the denominator, if there is no denominator, we'll consider the denominator to be 1. So that's why we have written it 1. You can ignore the denominator if if it bothers you. Okay. Now what we are doing is we are taking this root on both the sides. We are taking AB by XB the whole square we have here. So we'll take root on it. So we will get AB by XB. The square will get cancelled. Okay. Similarly, when we take root on the other side, 2 will become root 2 and 1 will become root 1. What is the root of 1? Root of 1 is the same number. That is, root 1 is 1 itself. So that's why we have written 1 over here. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll take the reciprocal of this. Reciprocal in the sense, the denominator will go for the numerator and the numerator will become denominator. So here we get xy by AB. The denominator and numerator are interchanged. Similarly, your right hand side will also become the same. That is, the denominator and the numerator is interchanged. Afterwards, what did they do is they have subtracted from 1 on both the sides. Okay, they have subtracted the given equation from 1 on both the sides. So on subtracting it, we get the equation like this. Okay, so afterwards what we have to do is we'll take LCM on both the sides. On taking LCM, just cross multiply this. 1 into AB will become AB minus XB the whole divided by AB is equal to, similarly here as well, root 2 minus 1 divided by root 2. Okay. This is a new equation that we get. What did we do? We multiplied AB by, we have multiplied 1 by AB because it is similar to how we are taking LCM. Okay. So it is AB minus XB divided by AB is equal to root 2 minus 1 divided by root 2. Now what is AB minus XB? Look here. We have AB. From the AB we are subtracting XB. So if we subtract XB from AB, what is remaining? AX. So that will be written over here. Okay. AB minus XB is AX divided by AB as it is equal to 2 minus 1 divided by root 2. You can stop it here. No need to solve it further. Okay. You can stop it here. So this is the ratio of AX by AB.